Good morning and welcome back, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Today I'm out at just on Lake Okataina and going to be running a trail called Not Your Usual Rangitoto, which is in the wildthings.club trail directory. 13k and about 585 metres of ascent. So obviously not one for the Jaffers to run unless they want to make a special trip. But at the top there's supposed to be some pretty good views, and then there's another little loop right at the end which takes in a couple of lakes. So really looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit because it's a bit overcast at the moment and a little bit chilly, but weather forecast is supposed to be pretty good. It's quite nice after the flat urban trail that was Rotorua yesterday to be out amongst natives and a bit of hill work, albeit I'll be walking a fair bit of it because I want to have a easy run today. But it's nice to be out in the proper forest again and making use of the trail shoes here in Okataina. Green sector is absolutely beautiful. So many different colours of green, shades of green, which is really cool. Hmm. We'll see what the verdict's like. Pretty good. Chocolate, nuts, yeah, what's not to like? Of course it was going to be good. Yeah, so let's just go through a section there where you can see off through the trees out to a lake, and it's not great views of it, but part of me sort of goes, oh come on, show me more, but just got to be patient and enjoy what else the trail's got to offer at the moment, which, as I sort of mentioned earlier, a ton of good trees here, beautiful shades of green, especially as the light comes on it. So it's a pretty trail, and as you can see, well graded, nice on the lower limbs, dry, there's a couple of little muddy spots, but in the main it's in good nick, especially for the end of winter, beginning of spring. Yeah, Westerly's a bit cold. Just sit out here like a lizard, warm up a bit. So just had a sneaky peek on the watch just to see how far away the summit is. I've probably been running about 35 minutes and I've hit the first little peak, and then got a little downhill and then the last little uphill as well, so probably less than 100 metres to go before I'm done. Now I'm pretty sure I've come from this way previously. Got to remind myself of what that track's called. It's up on wildthings.club. But as you can see from the sign here, we're about 1.2k from Whakapongakau Trig, top of Mount Rangitoto, and bag another peak. Although I think I've already done this one, as I said. Bag it again. I'm always surprised at the stuff that gets taken up into the bush, but and here's a classic example. So we've got, that's not off an e-bike, that battery, or at least I don't think so. So somebody's obviously taking this up here and deposited it there, but I just, how? How do you get that up here? What's it from? Fascinated to know. Probably will never know. But, yeah, probably not the right place to go and deposit your battery. Certainly no recharging centre that I can see. Just coming up to the top here, probably, I don't know, 42, 43, 44, 45, I count, minutes of pretty slow running. But, up into some sunshine. And I can see a little antenna here, which I know is the top. And the watch is saying that I'm going to have to turn around, so that's another giveaway too. And here we have it, the trick. Apologies if the wind's a bit loud. Can't get any higher than this, but I'm probably not supposed to be doing this, so don't stop here. So it's Lake Rotorua, just down there, and you probably won't be able to see it, but Ranginui's way off in the distance in the centre there, so just swivel around. We end up with the most prominent mountain you can see here is Rangitoto, where I've run before. Bit of log up on that. And across into some of the other lakes here. I think it's Rotorua. There's a few hidden by trees here. Oh, not a soul on the trail. That's a lie. I did catch someone just on the very, very bottom arm, but since the turn off and all the way up to Rangitoto Peak, haven't seen anybody. Haven't seen much bird life either. Or saw a cat on the way in. That's about it. Not a whole lot of wildlife. So one of the things about doing most of your trail running on your own is to keep yourself entertained. So making vlogs about it is one way that I do that. Sometimes I'll bring some headphones and listen to some music or a podcast. And today I'll play the game of, if I run at the same intensity up the hill, how long will it take me to run back down the hill? So 46 minutes it took me up, and I'm going to guess that 41. That's what I reckon will take me to run back down. As I said, not really running very fast. That's not the intent of it, but we'll see how close I am. I'll check back in when we're down the bottom. So I think this is going to prove that in addition to actually being pretty rubbish at knowing where I'm running, it's also going to prove I'm pretty rubbish at estimating how long it takes to run. So 46 minutes to the top. I said it was going to be about 41 minutes back, and I think it's closer to 31. So just got to do a bit of a short run down this gravel road, and what this will take us to is Lake Rangitoto Road. Excuse me. We'll cross that road and then just finish off in the last couple of k's. Rotorua track, and these are the two lakes that I spoke about earlier, which are off to Rotorua and Rotorua. Yep, 2k's return, so I was bang on there. And a slightly different vantage point here of the lake. Yeah, so that pretty much will be it, I think, for not your usual Rangitoto. As usual, all the deets are up on wildthings.club. Just collecting my thoughts on it actually. It's a yeah, it's a nice run. It really is. You know, look, it's not going to be a world beater. It's not a goat track or anything like that. But probably actually one of the nicest things about it is actually the underfoot running. It's yeah, it's nice and soft. There's plenty of greenery. As I mentioned earlier, there's like tons of different shades of green, especially when the light comes out. You know, there's a bit of decent hill work, a couple of lakes, one of which is quite nice. Climb up to Rangitoto Peak's quite pleasant, and the views out there across to Lake Rotorua and Rotorua, and then also some of the other mountains in the distance like Rangitoto are well worth the effort to get there. So yeah, come out and enjoy it. Nice way to spend a Father's Day, but for now that's me for the day. Head back, go and see the kids, and wonder what Father's Day feast they've got in store for tonight. Right, enjoy. So I've just added on a little bit of extra time here by going up one of the tracks that's just beside the education centre. I'll put a little note as to what the name of that track is. It's about 2.6k, so it's not long, but what it does provide is a whole heap of awesome looking trees. And if you've seen my Opepe Scenic Reserve video, you'll sort of know how much I might love trees. But and behind me we've got this kahikatea that's 60 metres tall. It's a magnificent specimen. And we've also passed Rotorua, Matai, Rimu, Tawa, and a whole lot of other sort of secondary trees, I call them, ones that aren't quite as magnificent as those big beasts, but pretty awesome in their own right. So definitely, if you're looking to add time on, and as I said, it's only 2.6k, come and check out this other trail. As I said, I'll put the name of it just in the video here. Right.